All right, introduce yourselves, name, age, and where you're from, and how long have you lived there?
Well, my name is Megan Minsker. I am 27, and I did. I wanted to say 26, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm 27. I used to live in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I now live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania with the lovely Minsker family, and I've lived here, I don't know, like 7 years.
Melissa Packer. I've lived in Harrisburg my entire life, born and bred, so that's kind of got no interesting stories.
That's that.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I do part-time cake decorating for La Bella Bakery.
And what is the worst and best things about your job?
The worst would be that I talk to toddlers and kids all day and I have like no adult interaction. The best thing is I see every milestone of my kid's life and it is amazing and I love it. Not a lot of people can do it and I'm glad I get to do it.
I work for NHS Human Services. I'm a leave coordinator there, which means I essentially manage all of the leaves for employees who are sick. No, they actually really are legitimately sick, but sometimes.
You check up on them?
You gotta check up on them. But best part of my job is the flexibility. I love that I can go in and work whatever hours I want. I get my 8 hours in early if I want, or I can work late if I want. The worst part would be that, unfortunately, my position is going to be absorbed by a different company coming in the next couple months or so. I'm not really sure when. So my job's going to be eliminated. So I'm going to have plenty of time to hang out with you and make cakes.
I'm pretty excited to pick you up.
Thanks.
So, do you have your own cake business? Tell us about it. How long did you get started? And everything like that.
I do. I named it La Bella Bakery. My background is Italian. I love everything about Italy and I hope to one day be there, but that's anyways why I named my business La Bella Bakery. I started it back in March 2010, so I haven't been doing it that long and everything that I learned is pretty much self-taught. Was that all the question?
The next one.
Talk about
You.
My turn?
Yeah.
I don't own a cake business. I started making cakes today with her.
Yeah. Well, before you'd ask like
Yeah.
for my fondant recipe and
That's
do
true.
your little
I
bitty
do like, oh yeah, naughty
cookies.
bites.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your food industry experience.
I was a waitress at one point. I really don't have a lot of food industry experience. Like I said, everything was self-taught and then by the amazing Minsker family who all
I
bake
can't take credit for that.
everything from scratch. Well, yeah, you and your mom do. So they pretty much taught me everything I know. Thank you, Minskers.
You're welcome on their behalf. On our behalf.
Yeah.
I'm the same way as her. I don't really have any industry experience. Everything I learned from my mother. And when I grew up, I was taught that anything pre-made out of a box was absolutely sacrilegious. We do not have those things in my house, and you are yelled at profusely if you use those things in my house. So they don't come to my house. Ever.
Okay, so what's your team name?
I think you're going to feel that one.
Icing and ink.
Icing. Ink.
Perfect. What is your relationship with your teammate?
Cousin.
And describe your
Is that
relationship.
what we refer to
I
each
don't
other
know.
as? That's like too legal.
We're friends and family members at the same time by marriage. My husband's cousin.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
How do you work as a team? Describe your roles in the kitchen and who is going to do what during the challenges.
I like to joke that she's just going to tell me everything because I have very little experience. So I'm going to kind of work off of her and hope that she can
I'm a leader.
guide me appropriately.
Yeah, I'm an absolute leader, and I can whip you into shape.
Excellent.
And tell you what to do. It's fun.
Bitch, do this.
No, but I think
That
we're
was
pretty laid
appropriate.
back.
Oh, yeah, I think we are too.
It's okay. I did it earlier. But no, yeah, I think we're both pretty laid back, and we will mesh very well together.
Would you ever open a bakery or storefront together and go into business?
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm unemployed in 2 months, so sure, why not?
Yeah, that would be a blast. And I mean, what better to open up, a bakery, make amazing art pieces, and, work with your friend and family.
And have a good time.
Yeah.
And would you ever relocate?
Yes.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, you have no ties.
Yeah.
I would if eventually we came back because my husband owns a business here as well. So
Mm-hmm.
for bits and pieces, I could leave him for a little bit.
We're flexible.
Yeah.
Okay. What have been some of your team struggles in life and in pursuing your dreams?
When we were going through these questions, this one was pretty tough for us. We're
Yeah.
relatively young, so we haven't had huge obstacles to overcome.
No.
But if we're tailoring this to this challenge, the fact is we've never worked together.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be a pretty big thing to overcome.
Right. And you're going to see that. I mean, you're going to see us kind of figuring out how to work
Struggle
together.
busting.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be fun.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we got this.
So, how would you describe your personalities? What makes your team tick?
If you haven't figured it out, we're kind of quirky.
Yeah, I'm a little kooky.
Just
I'm okay with it.
I've justified that as part of my life.
I'm a little awkward at times, especially when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, just shout random profanities.
we talk about penny liners,
Yeah.
apparently.
We're fun. We're fun.
Okay. How would your friends and toughest critics describe you in one word? Would you agree with them?
I hated this
We
question.
hated this question immensely.
Hated it.
We actually both reached out to friends just to kind of get an idea as to what they thought, how they would describe us. All of my friends used polysyllabic words that began with E. Energetic, ebullient, effervescent. So I'm going to say sure, yes. I'll go along.
I don't know if my friends just didn't understand the question, but I got absolutely ridiculous words. So I'm going to go ahead and say persistent, because a lot of them, I want to do something, I get it done, and I do it pretty amazingly if I do say it so myself. So, thank you.
So, tell us something that would surprise us about your team. Special talents, or can you show us any talents?
You totally have this one.
Oh, what? The fact that I've never done a cake before until like 27 minutes ago?
Well, that, and you also have a special talent that you are a tattoo artist.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, in my previous life, about 2 years ago, I tattooed people for fun. Got paid for it. That was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was very difficult to mesh that schedule with my full-time job, and I had to give that up. But maybe one day when I am unemployed and no longer have... Well, after we're done cooking and baking at your place, I can go and tattoo afterwards.
I'll let you tattoo me.
Alright, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I need some canvas.
I got lots of it.
What types of people or things push your buttons, and why? How come?
One-uppers. Hate it.
I hate
Hate it.
unintended interruptions. When I'm focusing and you walk into my business, no. Go away.
Can't handle it.
How would you rate your team's skill level on all aspects of baking and decorating? Beginner, intermediate, expert. What are you best at and worst?
This is like wine bottle labels. You can never really label as just white and just sweet and just dry. You're always somewhere in the middle.
I think so too. I mean, I think baking-wise, intermediate area.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we're lacking the higher education, we didn't go to pastry school and all that. Decorating, I'm gonna go ahead and say expert. I taught myself, and I'm pretty damn proud of it.
She's put together some gravity-defying cakes, which
What?
is pretty awesome.
I know. I'm pretty excited about it.
I can do small detail. Should I bring up the naughty bits?
Absolutely.
Alright, so for my boyfriend's birthday last year, I baked him brownies and put some nice nude skin-colored fondant and decorated them as lingerie. And I called them Naughty Bites on Naughty Bits.
No, yeah.
Naughty Bites on Naughty Bits. So I can do lingerie decorating, if nothing else.
That's a skill for your next
That's
job
a skill.
application.
Okay. How elaborate and creative are your designs? Any special skills like 3D sculpted cakes, pyrotechnics, sugar work, huge tiered cakes?
I'd say 3D cakes. I've done some. I love doing 3D, anything I have to carve, shape cakes. I've done a Harley Davidson motorcycle for my father-in-law that my daughter, who was 4 at the time, probably could have ridden. It was huge. I mean, what else have I done? Like,
I like your Rapunzel cake, or your
Yeah.
Tangled.
I did a Tangled cake for my daughter's birthday, so that was pretty, defying. Did Mrs. Potts, Chip, all, Disney characters for my daughters. Yeah, 3D cakes, for sure. Love them.
Haven't really worked with that much, but I did a blue marlin cake very recently.
That was awesome.
It was just a sheet cake that I cut out and popped him on top of actually that was also brownies I popped him on top of, and painted him with vodka, so that turned into an interesting evening.
Always does.
Always does. So she's got far more experience than I do at this point.
I'll teach you.
I appreciate that. For free.
So how will your team handle the elimination challenges? Can you work well under time constraints and pressure?
Yeah, I mean, it may not look pretty
Yeah.
getting along the way, but we'll get them done. I mean, I can say I've always gotten all my cakes done that I needed to in a week, and I've never, never not gotten something done. I will get it done.
We might swear in the process, but we'll get it done.
Who doesn't?
All right, what type of kitchen behavior pisses you off when you're baking and trying to get the job done?
When you touch my cake, and I'm gonna have to get over that. When anyone touches anything I do.
I think we both come from backgrounds where we bake on our own, so having to deal with someone else in the kitchen, work around, and we have to work with a new team dynamic. So that'll be different, but I think we'll take it in stride.
I think so.
Describe your team's competitive nature. What kind of competitor would you be on this show?
Well, fun story. I play rugby. So essentially, I think it's fun to tackle bitches and get bruises. I'm not concerned by people who are handling pastry bags.
What the hell?
What?
I love it.
I'm saying when I'm fighting someone else.
Yeah. We are both very, very strong competitors, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. We will win. Okay?
What will your team do to win and why? How far will your team go? Give examples. Look in the camera and give us your messages to the competition.
Oh, that was actually my last answer.
What?
Using rugby as like
Oh. Yeah.
Whoops.
I mean, I'll do anything to win, except, lie, cheat, steal. I hate when people will step on anyone to get up. I will do what I need to do. I will take Buddy's criticisms. I will use them, and I will win. And I will do anything.
This is our opportunity to completely outshine everyone's expectations of us. So we're going to take it and we're going to run with it.
Yeah.
So what, if you could say to your competitors directly, what would you say?
I would probably say something. We're going to come into this being the underdogs, clearly, since we've never worked together before. So I would say go ahead and kind of sweep us aside, pretend like we're not your competition, because we're going to be the first ones to the top.
Yep. You might underestimate us, but that is going to be your first and last mistake.
Absolutely.
Okay, you've seen competition shows. On a lot of these shows, there are clear types of competitors. The sweetheart, the drama queens, the type A bitchy type. Who is your team and why? How will you fit in the cast?
I don't fit any mold of those sorts. I'm my own person, and
The way I think we described it was the Scooby-Doo gang. We would be Shaggy and Scooby. Like, we're just there. We're in it for the fun, and if we get to eat food and snacks along the way, I'm down.
Us. Yeah.
I mean, we're not the quiet type, but we're certainly,
Yeah.
we're going to be easygoing.
We would step back. If someone stepped on our toes, we would for sure let them know who's boss.
Exactly.
Well,
Why do you want to be on the show, and how badly do you need this opportunity?
Melissa's out of a job.
I have a great reason. I mean, given that I have no employment prospects at this point,
Yeah.
coming January,
It's a bummer.
this will be a fantastic opportunity to pick a bit of a career change.
And I absolutely need this because I am a small home bakery, and to compete against storefront bakeries is just really, really hard. And this would give me the edge, and people would know who I am, and it would definitely help boost my business. So it's
You mean you don't like your oven that?
I can't open.
love that little oven, but yeah.
So, what would happen? What's the next step if you're not selected? What would happen? What will happen if you are not selected?
If we're not? No, that's not gonna happen.
No, that's not an option.
Nope.
I'm not answering that question. Rookies.
So why is your team going to win? What do you have that the others don't?
The artistic skills. Absolutely. That's 100% why I wanted to do this with you. Because I think a lot of people, yes, can decorate cakes, but to have that artistic ability and, an artistic vision. Yes. That's a plus. Huge plus.
I think we were discussing previously that there are plenty of people out there who have the talent to bake cakes and decorate them, but their ideas aren't organic. I mean, they just come from Pinterest and then they just replicate.
Recreate, yeah.
We have the ability and we have the insight and the creativity just to take something and create something completely new out of it. And that's so exciting to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Is that all of them?
That was it.
Yay!